Activity-based costing. In this session, we are going to work out an example of the activity-based costing. So let's have a look. Okay, so here's the example in front of you. Our company is making two products and we are given some details about the overheads. So we are given some information about the activities number of inspections per unit for each product, number of material batches per annum for each product, and the production volume in units for each product for the year per annum. Inspection and material receipt overhead costs per annum are estimated to be $62,000 and $44,000 respectively. There are 10,000 machine hours being worked in the factory. Requirement is calculate the overhead cost per unit for each product using activity-based costing analysis. Now, as you know, what we do first of all, once we've got all the data relating to the products and the overhead activities, we develop the cost driver rate for each activity. Okay. Once we develop the cost driver rate for each activity, then we need to link these cost driver rates to the products on the basis of driver consumption. So basically we try to charge the overhead cost of each activity to the products on the basis of how much of the driver has been used by each product. So if we look at the detail, first of all, we need to remind ourselves what is a cost driver rate. So cost driver rate is simply overhead cost pool for the period. So it is simply overhead cost of each activity. So as far as overhead cost pool is concerned, it is the overhead cost of each activity for the period, meaning if the data is given as on a yearly basis, so it is the overhead cost of the activity for the year divided by total cost driver number for the period. Meaning to say, if I go back to the details, okay, so if we are given number of inspections per unit, because the formula says the total number of drivers for the period, so we will not take these 3 and 4. First of all, we will work out how many total inspections are going to be for the whole year. So it is per unit, which we need to convert on annual basis. So you can clearly see 3 inspections per unit for A, and there would be 5,000 units of A. So 3 times 5,000 units, there will be total of 15,000 inspections required for the product A. And likewise, there will be 4 inspections per unit for the product B, but there are 4,000 units for the whole year. So 4 times 4,000 is another 16,000 number of inspections for the year. So 15,000 inspections for product A, 16,000 inspections for product B. So we will take the cost driver figure for the whole period. So going back to the formula, please have a look at this formula. Now we are going to work out cost driver rate for each overhead activity given in the example. So first of all, inspection overheads, which were given as $62,000 divided by 31,000 inspections. Now this is the 31,000 inspections for the year. So I can even mention that this 31,000 inspections are for both products for the year, giving us $2 per inspection. Then second cost driver rate is material receipt costs, overhead cost, $44,000 of the overhead cost divided by 11 batches of materials, which gives us 4,000 per batch. So if we want to link up the inspection overhead cost, can I take it back? $2 per inspection. And how many inspections are needed for A? 3 inspections for 1 unit of A and 4 inspections for 1 unit of B. So cost driver rate times by 3 and 4, we will get the proportionate inspection overhead cost for 1 unit of A and 1 unit of B. Now the second cost driver rate was material receipt cost, which was 4,000 per batch. And we were given how many batches are used for A and B. So 5 batches for A and 6 batches for B, but that's not given per unit, they are given per annum. So please keep in mind, we need to work out this sorry, the material receipt cost per unit. So what we are going to do would be this rate 4,000 times by the batches of each product divided by the number of units. So 4,000 into 5 batches for A over 5,000 units, that will give us $4. And then 4,000 times by 6 divided by 4,000 units, and that will give us the per unit cost of the material receipt for the product B. Thank you.